They didn't base their evidence on things that were inadmissible. They based it solely on what was testified to in court under oath, what pieces of evidence were entered, and they together, 12 people, remember 12 people all agree now that there was not enough evidence, that Casey Anthony is not guilty in all charges related to the death of her daughter, Kaylee Marie Anthony. One thing, Gene, two people who are not sharing in this celebration right now, and that may tell us a lot, are George and Cindy Anthony. Jose Baez is celebrating. Casey Anthony, absolutely cathartic and relieved. George and Cindy Anthony, they walked out of that courtroom before this whole thing was over.
Yeah, they did. They very quietly walked out, which leads me to wonder, what does this jury think about George and Cindy Anthony? Do they put blame on the parents in some form or fashion? Was there reasonable doubt in their minds? Did they not believe the prosecution proved beyond a reasonable doubt the three elements of first-degree murder?
Casey Anthony just back out in the courtroom there for a moment. She had come back out inside that courtroom. There are the deputies. Now she is gone again, but more hugs from this defense team. Think about what this man did, Jose Baez and his defense team. He's the one who was there for her. He's the one who said the prosecution does not have the evidence. He's the one who told us that Casey Anthony was not guilty. And now he is the one who sits there with Chaney Mason, and we'll talk about an amazing case, an amazing story, an amazing trial, an amazing verdict. But ultimately, Beth Karras still with us. It's up to the prosecution to prove each element beyond any and all reasonable doubt. And reasonable doubt means different things to different people. And for this jury, it's quite obvious that there was reasonable doubt, Beth. Beth Karras? I don't hear.
You know, Vinny, the reality is, I'll jump in here, because the reality is someone did something to Kaylee, if not just put in the trash bags with duct tape and thrown out like trash in that woods. That's a crime right there.
That crime wasn't charged against Casey Anthony, though.
That is true. That is true, because other crimes were. Could that have made the difference right there? We will never know. But, Vinny, somebody did something that is now unsolved.
Absolutely. A lot of questions. Beth Karras, this jury has spoken. They have said Casey Anthony is not guilty. And maybe at some point we'll find out if they believe she is completely innocent when they speak. Beth?
Well, you're absolutely right. That's the question. Do they think that the wrong person